Hi. So, gonna set this up a little bit here. It is currently 11:30, and Aaron and I woke up out of bed at 6 o'clock. Then he got out and we left for the train at about 7:20. About 7:20 is when all of this started happening. Well, about 7 o'clock is when I started checking Facebook. Anyways, so 7 is when I started checking Facebook, and I started seeing some things on Facebook. And then about 7:20 we left for the train station, and then I read a comment on yesterday's video, then, you know, sort of set the ball rolling. But actually that was on the way back from the platform. Anyways, so someone on Facebook, Larry, said, oh, you should really write down all your stuff and come back in a later thing and with a more fresh mind and stuff. I have my lunch here. Anyways, this is one take. Big long chat box. I mean, it's long. I took like an hour typing this up because I was just actually responding to Larry, and it wound up turning into just giant thing. But anyways, so I'm going to basically read this off, and it's the first time I've really had a script that I can think of. Yeah. So, forgive the grammar, because I didn't put any paragraphs into this. I've been having a lot of self-doubt today. So it says, it makes me wonder how terrible I am to Aaron, how oppressive I am, and by extension how oppressive I am to everyone else, not just Aaron. Then I get home from the train platform and I see that I see that it's a guy from the Summit's birthday. He's turning 20. He was lauded as the one that had 140,000 Instagram followers and 100,000 Twitter followers. And I'm like, not even 1,000 on any singular social media. Then someone else I see posting, wonderful time with my strong friends, and I'm like, it must be nice to go out and party at bars and take trips to various prides around the Northwest and not worry about losing your job at the Nike campus because, you know, you're a ripe 22 years old. And then I see the Canadian Football League teams and European football teams posting pictures and awesome Vine-style videos of their game, and that kicks in to gear that I didn't get much field time. And the bit that I did, I'm losing track here. And the bit that I did, I had to either have Aaron specifically photograph me by telling him to, or I had to invite someone to the game that was so horned up over seeing me in gear, they never stopped taking pictures. And yes, I was very, very pleased about the pictures from the Stallions game, but that's kind of off topic. I see these pictures and vids and I feel bad about my participation and performance this last year. And no matter how much I feel, no matter how hard I feel about my future, playing on one of those teams seems so out of reach. Not the CFL, the European teams. On top of this, I see guys and gals from the Summit posting pictures with other people from the Summit, and I realize that I'm really kind of islanded here in the Pacific Northwest from that group. The few people that are here from the area aren't friending me or are being to a relative amount of solidarity and saying, oh, you're from Portland, I'm from Portland. And be like, no, but I'm going to college somewhere else. So I'm going to identify with that group. That was a side thought right now. Solidarity. And my story is still stagnating on Outsports. I haven't forgotten it. I don't want it to be forgotten. But every so often I realize it's being forgotten. It's being relegated to the archives. I don't do anything interesting. I'm not a person of interest. I'm not picked up by local media, print or television, or even the LGBT themed ones. I don't understand how they can say, anytime you need help or need to talk to someone, hit me up. Then it takes them days to get back to me because they're busy. I'm having a great deal of body issues right now because I don't see the change in my time hop selfies. Other people do. But it doesn't make sense what they're saying. I can't see what they're seeing, and if I can't see it and it's true, what else is my brain lying to me about? Every time I talk to a photographer locally, they're busy or uninterested or had a crisis in the family, and I get excuse upon excuse, and I don't understand. Okay, no, I do understand. I've seen this behavior before. Too many consecutive excuses, and it's avoidant behavior. And I've had this happen with friends over the last 20 years. With people watching my YouTube videos, and this morning, just waking up, I got frustrated with Aaron reminding me indirectly that I hate the words "I'm sorry" as a way to placate someone so you can just keep doing what you actually want to do. The extreme example is stabbing someone. As long as you say you're sorry after every incision, the victim can't complain because you're sorry. Even when people say "I'm sorry," and they're actually sorrowful and about what they did, but don't make any proper change to address the problem in the future. Anyways, on top of all this, I'm feeling pushed out and stomped on by my fleet/armada because people ask questions and stuff, but still go about their way of doing things because someone better told them so. I don't know how to make my public image go where I want it to, and I'm beginning to think I'm selfish and arrogant for thinking I can change the public view, how the public views me, because if it hasn't changed yet, it's not going to. And the real answer to all the public image stuff is to change everything about myself, become a blind activist, and fight for any cause that crosses my path. Take up being a vegan so I can shed away all semblance of fat on my body, and to learn to just smile at everyone and take their comments in ignorance as fact, and not try to educate people to be better people. Because shit ain't working now, no matter what I think. It doesn't translate out there, whether it's football importance, LGBT athlete importance, or STO wisdom importance, or just hotness importance. Between Tumblr and Facebook, I'm worried about a lot of things about my self-image, because again, my perceptions are in doubt. Everyone says, don't listen to what other people say, and I think, how arrogant is that to ignore what other human beings are telling you, because it's not what you want to hear? To me, that's a whole new level of bullshit. Maybe that's the way, but maybe that's what I need to do. I need to tear myself down in the public view and restart with a new face for them, because being real and true to the camera and my audience, while it does attract people, it's not what the majority of people want. I don't know what they want, but it's making me sad and worrisome because, again, I'm not where I think I should be. I can only blame myself. I think I should be there, and I'm not sure, and I am not so there, and I'm not. So, I forgot a comma. So there's a discrepancy between my thoughts and reality. Which one is right? Which one is real? Who dictates things anymore? No matter how much I talk to these people from the summit, no matter how many times I like their posts, they never try to actually converse with me. We aren't friends, we aren't besties. I'm outside at best. I still regret many of the things I said at the summit to people because I know it came out wrong in many cases. I'm not forward thinking like them. I'm not a writer, I'm not an activist, I'm not even able to handle the gay scene in general. And that's probably what's doing it at all. I'm not seen by the gay YouTuber people because I feel I want to be seen by the gay YouTuber people because I feel I am important enough, and maybe I'm not gay enough. And I'm not an LGBT athlete in the LGBT athlete thing because, well, while I play football and I'm gay, it's not meant for middle-aged people like me. LGBT Sports Summit had a lot of panels about how to work with your school on creating LGBT inclusivity on campus, and I'm like, if I go to school again, I don't need help with this. It's Portland. LGBT inclusivity is already a thing, and while I train and practice my little heart out, I still don't feel like one of the team. I wasn't able to mesh with my squad, the defensive backs, because I wasn't on the field getting dirty and roughed up. I get it that they were helping when I was out on the field, but it was like, I know what Cobra is, I know what kick is, know what stop and to read are. I don't know how to export the knowledge in my head to that I know the shit. They don't need to remind me on the field which one is which. All I can think is that it was because I haven't demonstrated a depth skill in their eyes and mostly because I wasn't on the field to show it. I'm watching on Instagram the USA football national team of like high school seniors, I think, performing against other countries with red, white, and blue all over the uniforms, and I think, I really fucked up my life. The shit I want to be so good that I can get invited to football games. That there is a modicum of celebrity nature behind the whole thing. People I don't know want to shake my hand or take pictures. It sounds like I just want to play for the stardom aspect, but in my head that's not what it is. It's that I am so good that people look up to me, and something I'm doing is so cool and awesome that my presence, my advice, my story is something to inspire and bring joy. So far, I haven't seen that happen. I hear words, but I haven't seen action. I lost track here. I've heard many words over the years and not seen much action unless I get emotional or angry or frustrated or get close to or have a meltdown. I'm starting to sound like my mom that in order to get any housework done, I gotta scream at my kids. I get that there is next year for all of these things. There is still the rest of the summer to lose all of the fat and gain muscle and train harder for the 2016 Pitbull season. And I'm not dead, and don't plan on becoming the next comic book guy. So sure, a photographer will come along one day and say, "You look hot, let me take pictures of you," instead of me asking constantly, like I'm scanning through some Rolodex looking all pathetic in a grab for attention. Next Monday will be my fifth submission to PQ Monthly with the link to my Outsport story. I gave up on the other media because I can only invest so much time, and if PQ Monthly doesn't want to pick up Who Says the Oregonian, KATU, KOIN, or KGW will. Maybe that's what it is. I'm just grabbing for any bit of attention because I'm a little bitch. And I spent too long having to guide everything in my life in the direction I want, and when things aren't going my way, going the way I expect them to do, I lose my fucking mind and begin to doubt my control over anything. And if I don't have the willpower and the strength to guide my own path and have things I want happen, then what says I can do it in the future if I can't do it now? Maybe I'll record this exact speech, which I did. Be true to the camera, blah blah blah. What's the rest of this? Yeah, it's taken a while to write this, and yeah, I don't feel any better, and I don't feel any better. I feel worse. Getting my thoughts out doesn't do anything for me, but just make me rehash all the problems and shit, and dredge up deeper problems and regrets and whatnot. It's great to have a memory like mine, I hear from people, but only if I were to remember the good things. I would never wish anyone to experience my thoughts for 24 hours, the mental link thing. Sort of, yeah. I think I might actually burn someone out like that. So that's that. I've just barfed up what's going on this morning well, that took about an hour to write, so let's go with, that happened from 7:50, 8 o'clock. So when I read the comment on yesterday's video about Aaron putting me in my place or something like that, until now, so 8 to 10:30, all happened in about 2.5 hours. Maybe Larry's right. Maybe my brain does run at like Mach 5. And that's the thing, it's always running at Mach 5. You know, it's not the coffee. My brain's running at Mach 5 after there's just no caffeine in my system at like 10 o'clock at night. Anyways, I will let you guys go. I'll see you guys over the weekend. Might have a surprise puppy. Maybe, depending on how things go. No game this week. Game will be next week on the 1st. I don't know what's happening this weekend though. Aaron and I should be able to sort out some semblance of money and see if we can take what's already in the GoFundMe and see if we can get 1 or 2, maybe maximum of like 4 lessons. At least 3 from the guy. So we can see how much more I need to go and whatnot. Anyways, you can definitely tell I'm having an autism moment right now. I can't even look the camera in the eye.